Alrighty, hello. Welcome back to the stream. I'm continuing with the Chronicles of Xenoblade in the never-ending quest to figure out what exactly the Xenoblade is. What is the Xenoblade? It changes from game to game, so we never know. I don't know what the Xenoblade is this time. Anyway, I want to make some more progress in the game tonight, because we started Chapter 4 last night, and I actually want to make some more story progress. Main quest progress, kind of same as I did last night here, so... I didn't do too much between streams. I kind of explored some old areas, and I think classes have been upgraded slightly on some of my characters. I think they've changed up now, because I'm using Mio now, because she's the sword fighter now. I like to use the sword fighter classes. I'm kind of used to using them, so that's why I kind of keep using that class, or me being in control of that class. I prefer being in control of that class, so I prefer it over other classes. So anyway, what we need to do...
You know how folks are when their flame clock runs low. They'll come on us like starved beasts.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I know. But I can't just turn a blind eye.
Yeah. Alright, so tonight we need to... Part of the main quest is to track down Juniper, who we got introduced at the very end of the stream last night. So, we need to find her. Because I imagine she will teach me how to walk on the wires, which is a much needed skill. Yes, so let me use my Witcher senses and track down Juniper here. Maybe uncover some more secrets. The secrets of Ionios tonight. I can't believe Queen Melee created a Death Star laser. I mean, come on. I'm really starting to think that she must be controlled by Mobius, because that's the only explanation I can come up with. Like Mobius is mind controlling. How did you take damage? Okay, it must be mind controlling Melee and Nia to make them continue with this farcical war thing got going on. That's the only thing I can come up with.
Judging by how the tracks stop here, it seems that this is where those soldiers passed through.
Through here? But how?
Doesn't look easily traversable, does it?
Yeah, I can't see us getting across there anytime soon.
We could always take a detour. Look, this way.
Yeah. Thanks, Tyon.
Like I said, we can't afford to be hanging around here.
But why not?
Come on, we haven't got all day.
Alright.
Nimble little so-and-sos sliding down here on a rope.
I wonder if they could teach me to do that.
Well, I'm hoping they can, because that's kind of the reason I'm going after them. It would be nice to be able to do that. And get around to more places. I can explore more. Yeah, as I mentioned before, this place is supposed to be a combination of Maktha. Well, this is Maktha Wabo D. The forest area from Xenoblade 1 and Morpha from Xenoblade 2. I'm kind of wondering if some of this is just the roots from the World Tree in here. Maybe? I don't know. I guess it'd be kind of hard to tell. Where are we going? Going this way? There's a question. There's a thing here. Where is it? The other thing I'm wondering about is there an ocean in this world? Because it seems like the entire world is floating on the clouds. And there's just areas of water. Because I figured there'd like be an ocean around this whole place, but it doesn't quite seem like it. But it kind of looks like there's something down below here. It looks like that purple toxic water we've seen in the previous games. Oh, there's a colony right there. Didn't see that.
This is crazy. There was a colony here?
That's right. This is an abandoned colony.
Abandoned, you say? Okay.
Please listen to us. We didn't come here to fight you. We can free you from your flame clock.
Free us?
You don't have much time left on yours, do you? We can help you with that, so if you just...
Stop attacking you?
Yeah.
Let me think about this hard. Keep attacking or let you free us from the flame clock. I think maybe I should keep attacking you.
Alright. I'll hear you
Okay,
out.
I'll hear you out.
Thank you.
I think we forgot to do our lip sync right there. Noah, you need to move your lips when you speak.
Please, come in.
They're still wary of us. Can't let our guard down.
We've made some new friends.
Holy cow.
New colony entries have been registered. Not a lot of people around.
Hey, they have a farm.
Yeah. It's quite unlike any other colony.
Let's step on the crops. Let's just trample all over the crops. First thing we do when we get here.
We've made some new friends. We've made some new friends.
Some funny business? Or would you like some jokes?
Even for a place this tumble down, the people here seem so resigned.
Yeah. It feels like it's completely cut off from the outside world.
I've seen a few colonies with dwindling flame clocks before, but this one is especially bizarre.
It's like they're not trying to survive here at all. Do you get that impression?
Back when I was stationed at Lambda, I'd heard rumors about Colony Tau.
What did they say?
That deep in the forest, there's a colony with some very peculiar customs and traditions. This is my first time seeing it in reality, but I never expected it to be so run down.
Did you have any dealings with it?
None at all. This is just hearsay from Commander Izzard.
Anyway, we should hurry. Let's smash the flame clock and free everyone.
I'm sure there's something else we gotta do first.
It being an abandoned colony, we are continually starved of sufficient life sources.
Wait. Are you the commander?
That's right. Sorry, I failed to tell you before. I am Juniper, and it's my job to lead Colony Tau.
If that's so, then surely you must know who we are.
I'm afraid I know nothing.
Ah.
Oh. We're not as famous as we thought.
We have no need of such information.
Juniper told us we'd welcome you in, whoever you might turn out to be. So, that's the rule. We don't ask questions.
But you attacked us back there.
Our scouts told us about some monsters in the forest they've never seen before. So, we sent them out on a hunt. But then they bumped into you en route. They must have figured it'd be more efficient to get you out of the way first.
Though, contrary to our plan, we were made to retreat.
Oh yeah? What about your consul? Where are they hiding?
I told you, this is an abandoned colony. Our consul rarely visits us.
You're in such a strange situation.
All the more reason to get you out of this predicament.
I think you guys are getting the wrong end of the stick here.
It's true. We aren't afraid of Colony Tao's flame clock running out. All it means is the end of our days gazing at our ever-diminishing supply.
But you could die.
Uh-huh. As if we just let you waltz in and break our flame clock.
And we all have to perish someday. If our lives should expire, then we'll sink into silence, darkness, oblivion. We'll return to the Earth.
Yes, but you can't just...
The land will take us, and we will simply be. That's how it is at Colony Tau. No one will ever think of us, and yet here we are. Slowly but surely, we are withering. We don't always find the nutrition that we need to live. If Colony Tau cannot accumulate the vital flames it needs, then it proves only that we were too weak. And in nature, the weak are destined to perish.
It's a lot of fatalism going on here. I mean, come on. Just try to survive?
The logic would dictate that nature is pushing you to become stronger.
If we set you free, you won't have to worry about all this crap.
We neither worry nor fear for what may come to pass.
We've already lost so many of our friends and allies.
And every time we return to their bodies to the Earth, such will be our fate.
What's the point of fearing the inevitable? We know we're gonna die. What's wrong with us living the way we always have?
But how do you live without hope?
It will spell the end of the story that our predecessors weaved for generations. A tale. I won't argue that it feels a little melancholy. In that sense, if we were to be freed from the flame clock, then
something must happen.
Bad news!
tell me.
The monsters are coming straight for the colony, and they already took one of us down.
No. They came all the way here.
We'll join you.
Let's beat up some monsters.
We've made some new friends.
Juniper, we need orders.
This is perfectly fine. We'll defeat them right here.
Juniper,
What are you?
Ask us later.
we'll back you up.
Thank you. I'll fight to the best of my ability as well.
Here we go.
We've made some new friends.
I'm the one you want.
This will keep you going. Imperial
Sword! Protection! Use this. Cheers for that.
Divine protection!
Divine protection! Let's show them.
I'll take the first!
I want to surrender. I will slice you into dust.
You want some more?
I'll keep up the attack. Looking good, Noah. Quick draw. Wait, keep them coming. You're on fire, lads.
Refreshing break! The power of Purpore! Now we're doing things! Have that! No balls! Divine protection! Royal flash! Keep up the pressure!
We can do this.
Gonna knock you into next week!
Violent
Sanctuary!
Ground pressure.
I'll keep the enemies on me! Senna! Love to see it! Maximum power! Maximum pain! Here we go, man!
Everything's dead.
Guillaume's okay. He's still alive. Thank the flames.
I'm so glad we made it in time. I'm so glad. Again, accept my thanks. We couldn't have done this without you.
Don't worry about it.
I suppose it's strange of me to talk about the laws of nature when I fear losing my friends.
Not at all. Honestly, that seems like the most natural thing of all.
When you told me that you would release us from the flame clock, I thought that if you really were telling the truth, it would make life easier. But at the same time, I began to hate the fact that I was looking for a way out. Looking up at our clock, seeing the life ebbing away, I'd already accepted my fate. And letting go of that status quo, wretched though it was, after so long, I was scared of what might happen if we did.
Juniper.
Noah, your words at the time seemed so appealing to me. I could not destroy the collective efforts that became the colony and everything it represents with my own two hands. But then you said you would destroy it for us. We'd be guilt-free. If that isn't appealing, then what is?
You must have been aware of how tragic it is to simply await death. That's why you invited us, isn't it?
Even now, I'm not afraid of dying. But I hated the idea of losing those I hold dear. When I saw my friend lying there, I remembered what you told me, and for a brief moment, I felt the grip of fear. I felt so weak and helpless, yet at the same time I didn't want to let go of my dear friend. So I must have closed myself off. I stopped thinking, closed my eyes, and covered my ears. Perhaps I was simply waiting for the inevitable release.
Even so, we have to keep thinking.
That's right. Even if there are things we'd rather not see, we still need to look.
And breaking out of your shell, scrambling in desperation for a way to escape despair. That's not what I call being weak. You've defended this place for so long. Why? Because you're strong. And once you're no longer shackled by the rules of the flame clock, you can accept a different reality. You can become stronger still. I know it.
We can.
You can.
It won't be easy, far from it. But we'll help you.
Juniper, it's your call.
We've made it this far thanks to you.
Yes, I suppose so. If there is a possibility that you can release us from the clock, then please.
And if not, it's not like anything's changed.
Very true. If you can't break it, I can live with that too. Nothing changes without a reason, without a cause. Perhaps this event will teach me to see things in a new light.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we can break it. I have a special sword just for that.
Here we go!
Colony Town liberated. For some reason, Agnes cared about that. About a forgotten colony.
I see acceptance is actually surprisingly easy when it comes down to it.
I think it probably is, yeah.
I'm sorry if this seems rude, but could I ask another favor of you?
Sure.
I'd like to learn much more of the world, become a stronger individual. To that end, is there any chance I could accompany you?
You want to join Team Ouroboros? Why, yes.
What do you say, guys?
We could certainly do with someone of Juniper's caliber.
It'd be reassuring to have you on board. You're very welcome to join.
Is your colony gonna be okay, though? Can they get on without you?
Colony Town needs to undergo change too. We need to extend our knowledge and grow. So I'd like you to take me on a trip, somewhere far away, and show me something new.
A journey of discovery, huh? I guess that's another thing we need in order to grow.
Might be an idea to send some of our younger recruits out too. Could be a good lesson.
It's time to breathe new life into our colony. Let us break free from the chains that once bound us.
I guess I'm still hanging about though. Can't have us all gallivanting about the place.
Your consul really doesn't bother to show up, huh?
Even after we broke the flame clock? You think they'd know? Better this way, if you ask me.
Still, we shouldn't rule out the possibility that they'll make trouble for you.
If something happens, you tell us immediately, okay?
Sure, can do. We'll be counting on you.
Well, we don't have all day. I think it's about time we made tracks, no?
You're right. Time to move then.
Well then, everyone.
Ah, don't worry about us. You know we can handle ourselves.
We'll prove that Colony Tau can be so much more.
Yes, I'm sure it will be.
Off you go then, skedaddle. The colony's staying right here, waiting for your return.
Okay. Juniper join, make it the art of the flow. Rope sliding unlocked. Yay.
It's a pleasure.
Being as an inheritor and attacker, so she's Manoa. Okay. Cancel arts into other arts without using. Okay, cool. Alright, so that was surprisingly easy. Didn't have to really do much in that quest there.
Got some useful intel out of that.
Wait, are we going to Kiwi's castle? I didn't think that was the plan. 50 glare aubergines?
Got it all memorized. We've made some new friends.
Do they have a canteen? Oh yeah, they do have a canteen. Okay.
I'm getting peckish. Do we have any snacks?
What do they have for food here? Enemy drop boost. Sure.
Oh, whoa! This is really good.
Oh, I needed that.
Hey, Manana, this one's for you. Hey, so can we talk?
Okay, the rest of these are side quests.
Let's keep things on a tight loop.
Oh, so that's how they're doing. I suppose I should try and be thrifty. We've made some new friends.
I spot treasure.
What are you hiding, little guy? I hope it made them happy.
Okay. So where do we gotta go now? We need to go this way. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to Kipi's castle. I mean, I'd be interested in going. Is that where we need to go? So I'm assuming we can't go
We have to keep track of our
up
progress.
these. Okay, no, I can't. They only go one way. Alright. You have to slide down. What's down here? Oh, treasure. That treasure I cannot get to.
Something so valuable here.
Yeah, I'll come back for it later.
Hey now, I think we could slide down that thing.
This thing. Okay.
And off we go!
Off we go. Whee.
Woohoo! This gets the blood pumping, eh?
We've so got to do that again.
Cool.
I've never traveled so far from my colony before.
Really? This is like right
Just
around the
fine,
corner.
Juniper. Let's go.
Check
Could
out
that
what
be a
it's
path?
from.
I don't want snake vomit.
That looks like a way forward.
Oh. Well, what the snuff? Where'd this come from? Careful. Here it comes. Mint illusion. Yeah, this is the other hero, the robot one.
I'm the one you want.
Thanks.
I thought I had auto battle turned off.
No, it's
Not to check that.
I'll show you. Wait. Nothing, Joe. I'm the one you want. Time to get cracking. Wait. I'm the one you want. Careless.
got you covered.
Lads, stay with me, will you?
One of these days I'll learn restraint.
It disappeared. What just happened? It's likely we're being pursued. But I've never seen a Lepnis like that before. Could it be a new model? I don't think we'll get very far just theorizing about it. Let's hurry on ahead. Fair enough, but we should stay on our toes until we leave the woodland at least. Very short quest. Yeah, I have auto battle off. I don't know why I was saying that. Whatever.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire.
Kevez and Agnes are both fully mobilized. We'll have to pick them off one at a time.
We'll take this down.
Oh yeah. Toxic purple shit down below.
Is there a good use for that?
Campfire. Time to camp. It's like, I don't know why all of a sudden we have no more voice acting for the cutscenes. Everyone, it's emergency! What's up, Manana? Manana cannot. Manana cannot go on like this one extra step. We've been walking since Colony Town, I suppose. If we can find a good place, we'll set up camp, okay? Man, I need more dinner. You can be strong a little longer, can't you? Huh? Just a little? Fine. But Manana very starving today. We need to make dinner soon, and everyone will self-cook. Sure, well, I'll be happy to chip in, right, guys? Time for a cooking
I'm
minigame.
curious to see what tactics you have in place surrounded by so much nature.
What say we go hunting together? I'm fairly well versed in that.
I'm getting peckish. Do we have any snacks?
Nope, still can't make anything new.
Clean your body, clean your mind, I guess. Na, na, na. Gasp! Food is entirely missing! Manana not even get single fill of stomach yet.
I just saw you stuffing your cheeks.
The rations should have been divided equally.
Manana walked more than used to today. Tummy was rumbly grumbly.
Not much we can do, though. Not now.
Manana, look, we've still got a ways to go. So you're gonna have to get used to rationing stuff out, okay?
Mm-hmm. Is the mysterious robot gonna show up again? Kidnap the Nopons. Oh, somebody else. Turkeys. Blasted turkeys. Time to go murder some turkeys.
It's completely gone!
What's up? What's wrong?
What did you say was gone?
I think she was yelling about food.
What? No way. For real?
Friend sure did not just put elsewhere and forget.
Nuh-uh. I'm positive it was right here.
Indeed. I checked it myself before I turned in.
Don't tell me someone scoffed the whole lot.
Ah, no way.
Oh, why do we think it was a milk pond?
Nana will leave no plate unpolished. That awful, false accusation! Not even Manana ever stooped to such crude, vulgar behavior.
All right, we get it. Just chill out already.
Manana refused to become Frosty. This now matter of honor and dignity. For starters.
I know Manana was feeling a bit peckish, but she can't have eaten up the lot.
So who then?
Clearly it wasn't Riku. That guy barely eats at all, right?
Indeed. Riku practiced ancient Noppon art of restraint.
Hey, check it.
Manana do not.
A feather?
Nana?
But what kind?
Riku implied
I found
Manana
tracks.
was
Here.
Turkey.
Nobody's blaming you here.
These footprints. I think they're turkey.
Mystery solved then. A Turkin feather.
So,
Look, we're
they
sorry.
raided our supplies.
Lands can stop apology. Honor and dignity of Manana left in tatters from vile and baseless accusation.
Come on, please, lighten up already.
All accusations aside,
Even if received 10,000
we're really
tasty
strapped for food.
Guess we'll have to go foraging.
Before you ate 'em.
I concur.
Accusation is not foregone. Manana
Luckily, this area is pretty bountiful all in all.
Could use
so it
our
might not
Witcher
be too hard
senses
to-
and track the turkeys.
Well, better get to it.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway, that clearly too much eat. Manana is bottomless pit.
Meh? What? Well, had Riku know Manana is dainty eater.
Not denying.
Lies and deceit. On this day of days, Manana will have retribution!
Oh, hey, it's blue balls.
Looks like
Whatever
we've
your
got
name is.
ourselves a runner. Slipped out from the castle.
Is this okay? He could get in touch with Ouroboros. Won't that impact our previous arrangements?
Not to worry. If he does make contact, they'll come.
Really?
Ouroboros are simply like that.
Well, if you say so, we can probably take your word. Right, O?
Certainly. As you say, P, we probably can take his word.
Since we're already out here gathering food, we could think about building up a reserve of stuff that'll keep for a while. That's a good idea. What would that be? Mushrooms? Nuts? That sort of thing? I'm on it. By the way, the Turkins got into our camp. Did no one seriously notice? Nope. Not even slightly. Not even a tiny little bit. Riku was busy sawing logs all night long. Or last night. I'm sorry, you guys. You walked a lot yesterday. I'm sure you were just super pooped. You never miss something as obvious as Turkin footsteps on a good day, Mimi. I think it's safe to say we were all partially guilty of negligence this time. Indeed. However, we should also reconsider our storage arrangements for the future. Ah well, there's water under the bridge now. No point talking locks after the Arden's already bolted, am I right? Let's just get to the searching already. Very well. Hey, is that? Meat. An Anlude. We can eat it. It's hard to fill up on mushrooms alone. I'd say we hunt us some meat as well. Lands wants something meatier. Woohoo! I love me some hunter-gathering. Lance will finally get his meat.
Anlude meat is sparking amazing.
Guess we know what's on the menu today, then.
Alright. Yep, we're gonna go get some meat for Lance. It's about time he gets his luscious fillets.
You itching to get wrecked? I'm the one you want. Alright, keep them coming. You're on fire, lad. Fatal barrage! Having fun? I know I am. Might want to surrender before we grind you into dust.
Strength! It's amazing!
I'm the one you want. Sometimes brute force is the answer.
We'll figure it out.
Why are we lifting the roll?
Much relief. Glad Riku adjust power frame last night. Should perform 30% better than leading brand.
What's you on about, leading brand? I get that we're weaker than Agnians, so we need this to get on more of an even footing in combat, but...
Friends say but. Why but?
We just need oomph, you know? Like, kapow! Sort of thing.
Sound effects not help comprehension.
Oh, you know. Like that doodad Noah has.
Doodad?
Ujima flip. You know what I mean. Don't make me say it.
What friend want to use for?
Well,
Not on your end by any chance? If so, Riku have to pass.
Oh, come on.
So Riku gets right. Backing up. This plan of Lance, Noah privy to it? Make decision without consult allies? Bad form.
But he's our enemy.
And who decide that? Yoru never say himself? That he enemy?
He didn't. I did.
In absence of complete picture?
Well, but he's different.
So after meet just once, Lance make up mind?
Then what are we gonna do?
Only thing friends can. Keep moving forward.
How's that gonna solve anything? Should never have asked.
Also, doodad, not that kind of thing.
Hey, should we go check out the other side too? We still need a whole bunch more foodstuffs and all anyway.
Yes.
Hey, look! That's a really odd-looking tree.
It could be a monster. Be careful.
Oh, wondrous day! Cannot believe eyes. It's fruit of legend, bright fig!
Bright fig? What's a bright fig when it's at home?
Let me guess. They're stupidly delish.
Oh, guaranteed! Deliciousness is such that friends will be picking up jaws from ground for weeks! Uh-oh.
What's up? Are they rotten or something?
Tragedy strike. These not ripe for plucking yet, let alone eating. If eat now, bitter flavor cause agonizing death.
Huh? I don't know. They look tasty enough to me.
Bright fig not good for eating even after full yellow. Still have to wait another year before able to enjoy.
That's too long. Man, so much for that.
Never mind. You can always come back next year. It's legendary, right?
You can't. Yeah, you're gonna be dead.
Guess we'll have to.
But, Mio, year from now?
Even if I might not get to do it, you guys can still have a taste.
Why wouldn't you... Whoa. Love, you gotta stop being so detached about it. You'll just get everyone feeling guilty.
Oh, sorry. Please don't mind me.
Don't mind me, she says. Course we're gonna mind you, doll. Hey, how can you be so casual about it?
What do you mean, casual? I assure you, I'm not. I'm actually pretty flustered.
You defo don't look it.
If it looks that way to you, well, that's because I shouldn't even be here.
What do you mean?
This life's a gift from a dear friend. It should have been me. I should have died out there that day. So this isn't really me. I'm just living on her time. Maybe that's why.
Somehow, that reminds me of us.
I know. When we're interlinked, I can see a glimpse. Inferno, destruction, land screaming.
Noah's memories. What if... Bear with me. That friend of yours, she showed up like Yoren.
As an enemy?
As an enemy.
I suppose I'd want to know same as Lance. Simply why?
Gotcha. I figured.
Why is it that you gave your life for mine? Why? You could have lived longer yourself, Miyabi. Why did you do it?
So her name was Miyabi? Sorry. Guess it's a sensitive subject.
It's funny. I thought I had it all locked down.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh. I thought that was like a starburst. Like, what? Like, here, have a starburst.
Whatever a reason, I'd accept it. Facts. Whatever the truth may be.
And that's it. No looking back.
Well, my de facto partner's running full steam ahead. I mean, I can't very well go backwards, can I now?
Your partners now, eh? I suppose you are at that. I wonder, how does he see things?
I bet we'll find some more food over that way.
Yep. Of course, you know, now that you said it, Miyabi will come back as a console now.
Should we go and have a look?
Gorilla.
Hey, what's this food you're on about? Did you scoff it all up already?
We couldn't even if we wanted to.
Mushrooms. Hmm? What's this? This is a giant mushroom. We ate those yesterday, didn't we? Must be lots of them in these woods. Seems so. Well, that explains it. What explains what? At first glance, it looks like just like a kelp mushroom, but in fact, it's what's called a natty nate, causing overpowered drowsiness when ingested. Huh? So you're saying we ate these, and that's why we all slept clean through Baturkan stealing our food. That's my working hypothesis, anyway. I'll go and warn Mio and the others. Do not eat the mushrooms. Meh meh. Miss Manara who put in dish. Should have known better. You all picked the ingredients together, so it's not like you... So it's not like it's you that was at Ba. But then, Manana blew up on lands and say many lots of mean things. Very deeply sorry. Hey, it's all in the past. More importantly, all this trudging around foraging has given me a wicked appetite. We've got enough now, surely. Let's go back to camp and make it into something edible. Yeah. Manana agree also. Skippity-gop, skippity-bop-bop, boop-a-dop-bop, boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.
We've rounded up plenty of ingredients. Looks tasty.
This amounts to keep us going for a while.
You know what, I'm going to make a slight change here. I was playing around with this Mystic Vision thing that's actually probably not that useful. Let me just change the Sidewinder there. Oh, that's a position mark.
Multi-blast!
There's a chest up there. I'll go ahead and get one here.
What are you hiding, little guy? May you sleep peacefully.
Time for some forest food.
All right then. That should be us good for food now.
Yeah. Looks like that'll last us a little while.
What's wrong, Mio?
My spider senses are tingling.
Who's there? Come out!
It's Bolero.
Huh? Boliaris.
Yeah, much better. I owe you.
What are you doing over this way? I thought you were going to the castle.
Yeah. No, I went. And this is what I got for my trouble.
So, tell us, what happened?
Well, funny story. Let me tell you how I got into this situation. I tripped and fell down the stairs. That's how I got injured, and then I just kind of escaped.
But why, Your Majesty? Why would you attack Colony 4?
You came into contact with Ouroboros, did you not? I'd call it burning out the contagion.
Contagion?
You're implying we've been contaminated?
Have you not? You've been removed from the protection of the flame clocks. You no longer need to wager your lives in battle.
Who struggles not in life deserves not to live. That is the compact of our nation, and moreover, the truth.
Majesty, my queen.
Yet, to punish you all for fate's machinations would be a misstep. Therefore, I shall grant you a chance.
What must I do?
Eliminate Ouroboros.
You want me to... Noah and the rest?
Naturally, I am cognizant of the fact that the enemy is wily and capable. I have no intention of sending you alone.
Kamarabi. Oh.
Kamaravi? Why are you here?
Ethel. How? But you're not even on the same side.
Entertainment.
Pardon?
Those who have been released from the Flame Clock's sacred indenture cannot be affected by the Mobius iris. To bring you back under control, I would have to force your rebirth. But that wouldn't be nearly as fun.
The power you two wield surpasses even some of our consuls. I have great hopes for you. Ethel, Kamaravi.
Sure, send Kamarabi to me. I'll kick his ass and make him join Team Ouroboros. I will become even stronger.
They gave Ethel and Kamaravi new furnaces. They've been made specifically to kill Ouroboros. The tune-up might take a little while. Though, you don't have much time. The two of them are after your heads.
You're sure of this? Really?
That's why I came here. To give you warning. They already know your rough position. That's how I found you in the first place. What's this?
Plans of the castle. They were tuning up my Pharaonis when I happened upon them. They include schematics for the Annihilator. Take them and go back to Colony 4.
Commander, you mean?
If they can find us wherever we are, I want to at least secure a way for us to put up a fight. Am I wrong?
But Mom, we can't very well...
Also, about Noah's group. If you happen across them, tell them this. I will use lethal force, yes?
What?
Furthermore, tell them I wish them all the best of luck. I hope they reach their goal.
Commander?
So I'm guessing we're going to have to go to the castle and destroy the Annihilator.
Oh, Ethel. She sounds serious. And still telling us to just keep going?
Well, that's Ethel for you. Hard-headed as they come.
Won't she get into trouble because of you slipping out?
Hardly. I'm just one missing foot soldier. No one's going to pay it any mind.
Huh? But your wounds earlier.
Truth is, from falling off a cliff on the way here.
He did fall down the stairs.
Are you tugging my wings?
Well, anyhow, it's nothing
In
for
a
you
way,
not
you
to
did.
fret over. This is our problem now. You focus on achieving your objective.
We appreciate it.
But man, why's the commander got to duke it out with you lot, eh? And why was our foe Kamaravi there, the Ashbar? Feels like the whole world's turned on its head. Alrighty, I'm heading back. Got it? You lot scoot on along out of these parts. There's still some time before they're done tweaking. And with you on foot...
We're not running away. Not after all this.
Huh?
I'm staying too.
What? Really?
That light we saw a while back. If that had come from the Annihilator, even if we were to somehow reach our destination, if it was at the cost of all your lives, it wouldn't be worth it. Surviving like that, I couldn't bear it.
Mimi.
Mio. Boliaris. The castle plans. Can you share them?
Noah, you're not... You wouldn't.
The fact remains, it was us that destroyed your clock. Therefore...
Yes, but that's...
Either way, I think it's clear at least part of the blame lies with us. It's only fair, then, that we destroy this Annihilator. Agreed?
You for real?
I'd be up for a little detour.
Same here.
He did offer us shelter. That creates an obligation. No way around. Someone here needs to keep friends in line. Count Riku in.
If plan on fighting, we'll need first-rate chef too.
Oh. And that's it. No looking back.
While my de facto partner's running full steam ahead. I mean, I can't very well go backwards, can I now?
Oh, fine. Go on then. You wouldn't make it far inside the castle without a proper healer anyway.
Uni.
Thanks, guys. You're the best. I'll head back to Colony 4, in case the shit hits the fan. Good luck then, to all of you.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Remember, we're up against the castle. Get too close and we may come under fire. What's our plan?
I think we'll be able to manage, as long as we're careful.
Use stealth.
Come to think of it, you used to go to the castle for Offseer training once a year, right, no?
The Black Fog. Is there much there?
There's actually quite a bit. Around this time, the whole area is shrouded in it. They couldn't find us in that cave in Neil Valley, right?
And you think we can repeat that?
Maybe.
Using the fog to approach is clever, but risky. What if an annihilation event occurs?
You know, I hadn't really given it much thought up until you mentioned it. But, oddly, it hasn't been happening.
Seriously?
I'm not sure why. Behind the castle, there's an ether deposit being mined, in an area facing a lake. The ether being obtained there is then delivered into the castle through a freight entrance.
So that's where we'll get our sneak on.
There won't be anyone in the containers. If we can just get to them, without being spotted...
Then we can get into the castle.
Okay, let's assume we do give the guards the slip. What do we do once we're inside the place?
Tyon, the sensors. What was the Colony Force soldiers' search radius, with the fog out?
Their scanning range, I'd put in the ballpark of 15 metri.
Look here. In the reserve area, there's a maintenance hatch that leads directly to the outer wall. If we make it through here and get to the main housing, it'll land us in front of the Annihilator.
Less chance of being spotted by troops outside, too.
We can do this.
There's one concern. The castle is the Queen's residence. What if we're found by the consuls?
Then I guess we'll have a fight on our hands. But it's not like we don't have a retreat. Here. In Kevez, after a homecoming, they wash away the belongings of the dead as part of a ritual. It's an understated affair. And the channel they use for it is here. It flows straight out, connecting to the lake outside the castle.
I see. So we open a hatch near the Annihilator, ride the current, and we should come out right at the lake.
More Snuffy and water. Every time we run, why do we always end up getting drenched?
Yeah, it's just a way of things.
Feathers are a bitch to dry.
Every time being our grand total of once.
Well, let's just hope we don't have to fight. That's the ideal case.
We will have to fight.
That's it then.
Because that's what we do in this game.
Ready whatever supplies you need. Then we can go.
We have a mission. So maybe, just maybe,
We have to keep track of our progress.
we can get some answers from the Queen finally. I'm guessing I have to go this way.
Whoa, got a rare doodah right here.
Hello, turkeys. You don't die today. You have more important things to do.
This is something decent, right?
Proceed with caution.
The Great Sword. Majestic as ever. We must be getting closer.
You can barely see it from here. Are we really going this way? I can't see any other way to the castle, can you? Don't want to drag our feet getting there. Be careful crossing through, yeah? Are you joking me? Afraid of heights, huh? Not afraid as much, but if we fell from here, we'd, like, die. Instantly. Yes, you would. If Maktha thinks something tasty waiting on the other side, then Maktha can be brave. If we can make it across, we'll almost be out of Maktha Wildwood. Just one more hop to Kiwi's castle. We'll probably have quite a good view of it from over there. Fine, I get it. Let's just get this over with.
Of all the ways we could meet again, it ends up being this. The irony of it all.
We are bound. That is how I see it.
Bound? That certainly sounds like you. You're talking about...
Fate. I think that is how you would put it.
Fate, you say? Why? Why did you agree? To be reborn?
So you know.
There were rumors that you were imprisoned, that you took the blame for the colony's seizure.
It was only fitting.
Perhaps I should have killed you there and then.
Only through death can our feud be resolved. In a way, I am grateful. Now that I've been blessed with a Pharaonis and another chance.
Another chance. A Pharaonis? This is for me?
Absolutely. It's been tailor-made to suit your every need. The same goes for his Pharaonis. So, you better make the most of it. With what life you have left. Hmm?
Huh?
You've noticed, good girl. I guess they don't call you Silvercoat Ethel for nothing. What a clever thing you are. Those ones are a bit special. They're tied to both yours and Kamarabi's lives. The more the two of you get heated up, the more your power grows. Oh, doesn't that sound sublime? Even though you're released from the struggle of life, your precious life force will connect straight to Origin.
The Origin? No! Not the EA service, no! I cannot be connected to that.
Ouroboros. They showed me their image, but just who are they? They seemed like soldiers from Kevis and Agnes. But are they human?
Their hope.
Hope?
Dreams. Desires. The future. Yes. They are hope personified.
Indeed. They are your hope.
They are everyone's hope. Yes.
I see. And there's only one choice.
Yes. Only one.
We'll steal the promises for ourselves. So to give it these big powerful mechs, how about we just use the big powerful mechs to destroy the Annihilator cannon? And be done with it. You know? We could do that.
Have to be extra careful not to fall from here.
Oh, you say that?
Oh, I just want to leg it across and finish
Whoa.
this.
Speaking of which, almost fell.
So much to see, huh?
Huh? Hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. Can't see it though.
Look! A supply drop.
Well, there it is. Kind of.
There's Kevis Castle. It'll still take a while on foot.
We'll rest here today, then head out at first light.
What a relief. I was worried about the water.
You
Lippy
alright?
slip.
Yeah, my hand slipped. Better wash this again. Am I losing feeling?
Tomorrow, we'll finally reach the castle lands. I want us to be at our readiest. We should run one final check of everyone's equipment.
Fine for you, isn't it? All that time you've got.
Hmm?
We keep taking this at such a casual pace. Now Sword March seems so distant.
Mia?
What am I even doing? I can't.
You still have 2 months left. If we take care of this now, we can ensure the colony's safety. Just maybe, we can make an ally of people in the castle. It'll make getting to Sword March a bit easier.
Still! It's 2 months. Might as well be nothing.
But... you did agree to doing this.
Well, yeah, but... I know I did, but...
Look, I know... it was a snap decision. I understand why you're upset. Let's just... take it easy tonight. Take a moment to breathe.
Why wouldn't I be upset? Take what easy? We rest today, and tomorrow, before I know it, it'll be time. And then I'll be...
I mean, I get that, But we...
You don't get it! Not at all!
What the spark?
Noah, do you think you're perfect?
Huh? How could I be perfect? I'm just a regular guy.
Right? Even Mimi has her faults. We're only human. The truth is, she's terrified. She needs someone to tell her that everything will be all right. I mean, you. Never seen her like this. Poor Mimi. She actually tells you stuff.
I have seen her thoughts, you know?
No. I'm not talking about any of that.
Talking about boy-girl relationship
needed
things.
To vent.
She did?
Kind of.
I'm actually kind of jealous.
Huh?
You're an Offseer, Noah. I thought you were sharper than this.
I only deal with dead people.
You better give her a good apology later, you hear? Got it? Promise me that.
Sure.
Yeah, you can count me out for any of that.
Huh? Well, maybe.
Maybe? What you mean?
Forget it. In any case, it has no bearing on our objective.
Too right. We'll get all this done. The next stop, the city.
Right. For Mio's sake.
First time we've agreed on something, eh?
It is.
Hey.
High five.
What's that in aid of?
Do the right thing. Come on.
Come on. Don't leave me hanging.
What? Sorry, but I refuse to debase myself like this.
Oh, come on. Don't leave me hanging, bro.
All right. You be that way.
Manana!
Cannot possibly eat portion of Riku.
Meh! No more snooze. Sun already hang high in sky.
Sorry about last night. I was just feeling the pressure.
I should be sorry. I didn't realize. It must be tough for you, I'm sure.
This, belonged to a friend. We served in the same colony. She was my officer partner. Miyabi was her name.
So your officers sometimes work in pairs?
Yeah. You know, I was surprised when you joined in and played alongside me back then. Anyway, one day there was an experiment, and she told me to keep on living. to live life in her stead, to fight on. But the stupid thing is, I was the one who was older than she was.
Now I see. That was...
Say, wanna exchange flutes?
What? But isn't that...
I guess it's a little too icky.
No. I don't care about that. I'm just trying
I
to
just
say...
like it to be used a little longer. To make up for the time me Abby lost. You'll still be around after me.
Mio. I get it. All right, it's a trade. You should know. Mine's seen better days too.
Don't worry. I don't really mind either.
Loot exchange.
Thank you for the chat. I'm kind of surprised.
Surprised?
Even after interlinking, there's still things I don't know about you.
Well, of course. How can you when there are things I don't understand myself? You're not going to pick up on everything.
Gotta put it into words first.
Yeah, but it doesn't always work, even then.
Like last night.
Oh, that. That was me being selfish. But now, I feel like we're starting to get on the same wavelength.
Maybe interlinking just helped that along. To bring us a little closer together.
Maybe, yeah. That might just be it.
That looks like a good rest spot.
We are continuing to get some good cutscenes. I'm just ignoring that.
Looks like we're all done.
Alrighty. They go this way. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the castle tonight. It depends on time though. I'm not like 1.5 hours. I don't know if I'm going to go for like 4 hours here tonight. Maybe keep it closer to 3. Maybe, we'll see. I feel like I'll find a good stopping point. What?
I'm
what?
sorry I worried you. I'll be okay now.
Yeah. I mean, looks like we still got a ways to go to get to the castle though.
Make it through here, and we'll be in sight of the castle.
For Essel's sake, we have to take care of the Annihilator. And quickly.
Topographical info updated.
The Runa runes. Is that a hand?
Every day's a training day.
Not today, Lance. Oh, this is a big area down here. I just know something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen down there. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna go take a short break here. We'll continue. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, let's see what we got here.
Sweet, let's poke around.
Large area. I expect there's a large boss here.
What's that sound?
Oh, yep, they're here.
Phoronesis!
Okay.
I told you life is short, but I didn't mean it like this. Noah, Mio.
That voice? Ethel? Ethel! But then who's the other one?
That one? It's from Agnes, right?
I recognize the crescent moon crest. Kamaravi's piloting that thing.
Kamaravi. That's him. Ethel's sworn rival.
But why? How did they get them to work together?
Flitting like moths to a flame. Anne's predictions are nothing to be sniffed at. Gotta hand it to him.
Anyone else want to show up?
Anne?
I'm afraid this is about as far as you go. Terribly sorry, chums.
I know who he is. He's the consul from Colony Zeta. I remember him from a joint operation. Then I guess this one's meant to be from our side then, is she? Never seen her before.
Probably. So the consuls are colluding as well. Something's really starting to smell.
I concur.
I thought that my message to you was crystal clear.
Yes, we heard you.
That's why we're here.
I thought so. I had a hunch that this would be the path the Ouroboros chose to follow.
I don't suppose you'll step aside for us?
Wishful thinking. Give it up.
Well then, we'll do whatever it takes. For the greater good!
Well spoken. Then I say the same to you.
Offseers from Kevis and Agnes. Fate binds us. I bear none of you ill will, but my way demands we fight. Come then, and test your mettle against my land.
You've got to be joking.
Maktha, I'm not testing anything against that. What happened to fighting fair?
We won't get anywhere complaining. Ready yourself, Uni.
Ready, he says. From the moment I chose this muddy path, I've been more than ready.
Huh. Oh, I know.
Then what you say it for, arsehole?
Zip it, guys, get ready! They're here!
Okay. Let's kick their ass. Focus on one of them at a time. You know?
I'm the one you want. Get time to win out the big guy.
don't disappoint.
Alright, Ethel's down. Can't get around you. I wish the Roars could dash. They can't dash. Are you targeting me? No, stop targeting me.
Well within focus. I'll help you.
Do it, Kyle. I'll kill you now, sorry. No escape.
Push through this.
Are you okay?
Can't tell. Am I behind him?
I'll bring you down. No punch.
These bosses are sometimes so big it's kind of hard to tell what direction we're facing. Oh, he's dead. Okay.
Hey, let's go.
Whoa! How is it so fast? Can't find any way to get inside.
The joints. Their sheer power really is something to behold. Noah, Neo.
No good, eh?
Good coordination. I'd be done for if it weren't for this Piranhas.
Thanks for the compliment.
No.
What is it?
I think this is the decider. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, we've got this.
Come on, what are they playing at? Am I crazy? We gave them Piranhases and everything. They had better not be
Where's my
holding
Bithric
back.
crashing right
They
now?
might be underestimating us. Us, of all people.
Listen, Ethel's a lost cause. But Kamaravi, we could use him.
Kamaravi? Oh, I get what you're saying. You know, I forgot we even had that option. Now, see the enemy before you. Use every last ounce of strength and grind them to dust.
What's wrong, Kamaravi?
Look, you can see an enemy right there.
Enemy. That is my enemy. 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 Enemy!
Kamaravi, what's wrong with you? Kamaravi! Oh no. The iris. I knew it. Kamaravi!
Maybe you should do something about the consoles.
I am under no one's yoke.
Kamaravi, you really... your own eye.
I will be as they are.
Black blood.
I am free!
Free. You're right. We're free. Free.
I'm guessing that's
the two of us.
censorship.
What are you saying? Ethel, what's...
Attend, Ethel.
Yes, our dream will not perish.
What the snuff's going on? Are the consoles doing this?
No. This is... it's what they want. Absolutely right, Mia. Ethel! Ever since I met you all, I have admired you.
Admired us?
your freedom. I bless the fortune I have had in meeting all of you. You have my gratitude.
Gratitude? This feeling of elation. Liberating. Is it not?
I feel it too, Kamaravi.
What are they fighting each other for? Oh?
I can't believe this! He won't listen to any of my commands!
Ethel! Why in flames do you have to fight each other? We're supposed to be your enemies!
I told you, Noah. Observe. This here is the purpose of my life. Just know, you were the ones who finally opened my eyes.
Stop this! Stop it this instant, Ethel! Kamaravi! In that case...
They're flame clocks!
This is weird. Look at the way the light is moving.
Is that their life force we're seeing?
Have you gone completely insane? You were supposed to kill Ouroboros! So stop this senseless fighting and obliterate those brats!
If you don't, I'll take your precious little life and drain it dry.
Did you hear that? I knew it. So they really can drain their life. Ethel! Kamaravi!
Noah! We have to kill the consuls!
Yes, kill the consuls.
It's okay, Noah. It's over for us now.
That's rubbish! Ethel!
This is wrong! All of this is wrong! There's no reason for you to be fighting each other!
You might not understand now. But someday you will. This is what both of us want.
How can any of this be what you want? You're both gonna die!
What we leave you is more important. All our aspirations. You must keep them in your hearts. You must take them. Make it all mean something. You have to live. You must live on. Here I come! Kamaravi!
Let us cross blades. One last time.
Okay. I didn't really expect them to die, but
Well,
okay.
didn't they come in handy? What was En thinking, picking those reckless hotheads?
Good grief. Looks like we're just gonna have to wipe out this lot ourselves.
Yeah. Come on.
You scumbags!
Fine then. I did expect something like this. Time for plan B. Interlinking. You've been blessed with quite the talent. You feel special? What now? I do hate to burst your bubble, but I'm afraid it's not just an Ouroboros thing. Oh?
I'm ready when you are.
Ha! Then, shall we?
Mobius.
Now!
Feast your eyes.
can't see.
There's no back or front to this thing.
disgust, you dirty pleb.
We'll have you know that this is the true form of Interlink.
Yes! The form in which two worlds become one. A far more refined form than this half-assed one you stumbled upon. Look upon us and tremble before perfection. You'll writhe in agony before we...
Yeah. Shut up.
Mia?
Stop!
Stop?
Stop toying with everyone's lives! What did they ever do to you? Why? All they wanted was their wish to be realized. You turned everything into a game, cast them away like dolls. These are our lives here. They're not some toys you can just play with.
Mimi's right. I've got no idea who you truly are, though I hate to admit it. However, I do know one thing. You guys really make my sparks fly.
You there, in the back, feeling lonely because you haven't been punched yet? You better enjoy that while it lasts, because I'm about to rearrange both your mugs.
Usually, I'm not one for outward displays of emotion. But not today!
Noah, you better not stop us!
Oh, believe me.
Oh no,
I won't. You make me laugh. Us, half-assed. Our conviction has never been stronger. And now, we will show no mercy. By Ethel and Kamuravi's lives, I swear. I'll make you pay!
You Ouroboros brats! Come on, then! This time, you shall tremble before our perfection! I'll make puppets of you! You would define this!
Give it up!
You want to get away! Wait! I know what you want. Cheers to that. Know where that came from.
Give it up!
Wait!
I'll bring you down.
I'm the one you want.
No question.
You want to get cracked.
Let me trick you a trick! Eat this!
level 3 here.
No one gets in my way. Make it go!
Wait till I finish my part. Sorry, I got carried away. That's your first and final one.
What are you playing at?
No, where that came from. No question. Break every limit. Resident Edge. What? No escape.
Can you get out?
I'll bring you down. That's one.
Alright, he's close enough. Do it.
Have a plan. This boat will strike true. I'll start us off.
I'm with you.
No wavering until the enemy stands.
I think not.
Hit them when they least expect. Great. Everyone get ready. I'll start us off.
More where that came from.
At the end, there I'll be. Your fate was sealed when you rose against us.
I think not.
How about something like this?
Observe my strategy. I'll make this one. Let me do the honor.
Lena! Time for the big one!
Oh. Okay.
Keep hitting hard.
Cool.
I've got an idea.
I just thought of a great idea!
All right.
I'll take one.
How could this be? Our offense and defense. They were perfect. How did they? How could they? How were they so strong? Back it up, noise! Shut up with your infernal beeping! Don't go telling us our time is up now! We were only just getting to the best part! I'll take these half-brains and throttle the life out of them! I can still do this!
Overheating.
Go for full interlink! Oh! Better brace yourselves! Cause you're gonna have a hard time stopping this!
Shut your mouth.
You're Ouroboros. Nobody's. You are nothing to Mobius!
Oi, oi! Things are looking pretty snuffed out!
No, something strange.
You'll never get away with this! Never! What's this light? What's happening? What have we done?
It's the fog.
Black fog. No, the annihilation effect.
What? Are you sure?
No, we have to get away from them. We have to retreat.
We're not gonna make it!
Oh shit!
Mio!
I'm on it.
Huh? Mia, what are you?
Kick him off the edge. Or
This is it!
It's the only way!
okay. So overheating your Interlink causes an annihilation event. I figured as much.
Is it over?
Are we all in one piece?
Yeah. I think I've got all my limbs attached.
Queen's fingers, that was close.
Quite a snap decision there, Noah.
That was Mio's doing. I'm very impressed.
It was easy. I do know how you think.
So I guess I'm not joining Team Ouroboros? That's unfortunate.
Noah, can I ask a weird question?
Sure.
In that ceremony, you didn't send them off.
No, today's been a bit much. I'm only human.
I know, right? Well then, that's a relief.
It's wrong. That shouldn't be what gives our lives purpose. Wasn't there a different way? A better one?
Those two fought for their ideal. Something more important than their lives.
Honor? Or pride?
Satisfaction, perhaps? No, that's wrong. Something we can't put into words.
Yeah, but what? Can it really be that important?
I can't say.
Do you think they found it? That something?
Be nice if they did.
You think so? I just... It seems so sad. Sleep well?
Yeah. Well, sort of.
Well, your eyes are red.
Hey, shut up. So what if they are? But I know what I have to do. Everything's so clear now.
Same here.
We'd better hurry. After all, the threat's not gone.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm?
You surprised me.
It was a good move.
You did too. I didn't think you were the sort to take such a stand.
Sometimes we're left with no other choice.
Hmm. Yeah, I think you're right. Absolutely right. What do we do about Ethel?
When things are settled, we'll let Colony 4 know. It's what she'd want.
No, we can just
I'm
fast
certain
travel
of
back
it.
to her.
Yeah, you're right. She'd be happy.
Good place to take a breather.
This is some story. We've made some new friends.
Yeah, I'm not reading that dialogue out loud.
I've been craving some downtime.
Okay, good as new.
I mean, the game continues to impress me with amazing cutscenes. And yes, this has been probably the more emotional chapters so far, I would say. I'm a little disappointed that Kamarave and F4 are kind of dead, at least for the moment. I mean, there's got to be a way to bring them back because they still have slots in the hero roster, so they have to come back at some point. But I'm kind of disappointed at least I don't get Ethel back because I still need to unlock her class for the other characters. So I'm like, darn it! I thought I'd be able to get her back, but not quite yet.
We have to keep track of our progress. Break time's over.
Alright. I'm gonna continue on. Yeah, this is a massive area, so yeah, I assume correctly there's gonna be a fight here. So yeah, I'm gonna go up to about the point where we get to the castle. I'm not quite sure in what direction I'm supposed to go in. Actually, are my classes maxed out yet? No, okay. Oh, I see a treasure. Oh, Kiwi's castle region that way, okay.
A container. Finders keepers. Let's just sneak a peek.
I don't care what this Annihilator thing is. We've got to wreck it.
Oh, believe me, we will.
So much to see, huh?
Is that really a hand? I'm trying to figure out what that is there. Yeah, it is a hand. Is that the Bionis hand? I have to assume it's the Bionis hand. Or is it the hand from... Did Moradane have a hand? I don't quite remember. It could be a Bionis hand. It looks pretty darn big.
It's another thing to see it for yourself, eh?
Alright, so this is the castle area. I'm not going to go too far into this. I mean, I don't see a lake under this thing, so I don't know where you guys are going to go. Covering reefs, okay.
I wonder, how do you think Ethel felt? Was that really what she wanted?
This is my personal opinion, but life's defined by moments. Your acts define you. I think she found value in that. To achieve something in the limited time left to her. One defining moment was what she chose.
You think Mimi feels the same way?
I gave you my opinion. I'm sure Mio has her own thoughts on the matter. Although, I know she doesn't have that much time left. And hence, my being here now.
So, you've chosen your path.
Until now, I was afraid to take that first step. But now, I can do it.
Man.
You really think they'll come? They'll come. You can count on it.
Yeah? And then what? If you want to give them a hug, you can count me out of it.
I want to show something to Her Majesty.
Yeah? And what's that then? I mean, she's not even...
She needs to be there to see how hope dies. What's this about now? She can see it. Her Majesty occupies the same niche of existence as we do.
Interesting. I am trying to figure out where this thing is like. Where if this is actually part of Alchemoth or not. You can't see the Bionis head from here. Long ways away, all the way over there.
This is something decent, right? What are you hiding, little guy?
Yeah, because Source it's getting closer. I want to do some parts of more thing around here. Because we haven't really seen too much of the remains of the Mechonis so far. Only the hand, really. Oh, we need that rank 10.
Track of our progress.
Didn't see that. Let's see, you should be... Oh, you've mastered all the available classes at the moment.
I'll heal you right up.
I guess stick to a default for now. Yeah, I really need to work on unlocking classes. Classes for your characters here. What was I doing? Yeah, I think
We have to keep track of our progress.
quick save for a moment here. Let me go ahead and see what we got ahead here.
Just past that gate, we'll find the Colony 11 garrison. Beyond that is a residential zone. From there, there's a road to the castle's main gate.
Gate penetration would not be easy.
I thought we were sneaking in.
Expect huge battle.
Yeah, so we'll take a detour through the hovering reefs to the right and swing around behind the castle. That's where we'll find the ether mine and freight entrance I mentioned.
Understood. We shouldn't be hanging around here for long. Let's make for those reefs, as you called them.
Good. This way. Follow me. This'll lead us round to the back of the castle.
Oh, another place high up. And off we go.
Slide. Oh, there's the big hole they made. It wasn't quite on your right, it was in like the rock right there.
Nice, lad.
Right, get ready to fight.
Eat it. They're set up for a fall. Wait to show them, Juniper.
I'm the one.
Yeah, these things, when they're hiding in the ground, they aggro regardless of what level you are. It's a little annoying.
You're planking him off perfectly, Tile.
Having fun? I know I am. You're on fire, lad. Wait. Superstorm.
Too easy. Come after me, and that's what you get.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
We'll take this down.
We've never been here before.
Nice moments for screenshots, you know. Yeah, we got a pretty sizable area out here. Plenty of lizard people. Lands is beating me down the slide. No. Oh, I can jump the thing. Like, whoa.
I wonder what's around here.
How about here?
Something so valuable here. Wait for a moment.
Huh? What? Oh, ladder thing.
Like this?
Oh, it is not a ladder thing, it's a harpoon.
Okay. Have it.
Okay, way back.
We'll take this down.
This was a nice fight.
It's another thing to see it for yourself, eh?
We have white buffaloes.
Over there.
The quest layered event back here. Okay, so that's kind of roughly where I am right now.
We have to keep track of our progress.
Alright. Just a little bit more. It looks like the place we're going to is like over there.
Topographical info updated.
There's plenty of black fog. How come the annihilation thing ain't happening?
Because there's no interlink.
I couldn't begin to guess.
Overload going
but
on.
I'd say the castle has something to do with it.
Oh, it's a camp here.
Hey, can we take 5? We've made some new friends.
They don't allow no pawns into the castle? Really?
I suppose I should try and be thrifty.
Evil. Alright, what do we got going on here?
There it is. Black fog, too. Few enough numbers to sneak around.
Is Colony 4 gonna be safe, do you think?
They should be okay. We haven't seen the light for a while. I think that's a good sign.
Let's move. The fact that we killed consuls must be old news at this point. Could have made examples of a few people by now.
They ain't expecting us to sneak aboard, though. We've got them with their pants down. Let's get in there, mess them up, get out. Bish bash bosh.
Actually, they may have already anticipated our moves.
Nah, mate. Come off it.
You might be
Think
right,
about it.
Noah.
How would they have known where we'd be? Can't be a coincidence. I mean, sure, it could have been intuition on Ethel's part, but we have to be realistic.
So it's a trap. You want to turn back?
No. We'll go. We can't turn back now. We can't allow their deaths to have been in vain.
So you would entertain the risk?
It does sound bad.
You know, I think I kind of like it.
We have a stowaway spy. What are you doing over there?
The night descends upon us.
Night has descended. Yes. All right, I think I'm gonna stop here. This is probably far enough.
I'm getting peckish. Do we have any snacks?
See, can I make anything new? Nope.
Personal hygiene is every soldier's duty.
Alright. Save.
We have to keep track of our progress.
Okay. Good progress today. Some more amazing story stuff going on here. So next time will be the castle. I probably won't continue this again until for at least for a couple days. I'll probably try and do STO tomorrow night. And give myself some time to try and learn the classes for the other characters here, so... Wrong thing. There we go. Alright, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. It has been quite an experience with this game so far, so... Definitely enjoying it, getting into it. And definitely want to see what happens next, so... Have a good night. See you next time. Bye-bye.